Ole Gunnar Solskjaer asked for a reaction from his side, and he got a good response as well, 3-0 away to Spurs. So what went right for them today, Janusz?
My goodness. Ole's a genius now. We had him fired. Look, with so much at stake, so much on the line for not just Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in particular for him, but for Manchester United as well, with Chelsea winning today. Some other results went their way, but obviously they had to answer that. And many of us were talking about different managers. What's changed? I guess he picked a system that, to me, at first, logically didn't really make sense, right? Not the three in the back in particular that I worry about, although he hardly plays. I was almost wondering if he's setting this team up for Antonio Conte, because he was going to come in and play with three and say, here, look at the difference, right? Just like at Chelsea for Antonio Conte when he came in and changed from Frank Lampard's 4-3. But, in all seriousness, it looked like a back five at first, timid, not the sort of Manchester United in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, right? Because you say, well, they're not a team that's going to press, but if you have Cristiano Ronaldo and Cavani and you're going to play in transition and sometimes on the break, maybe both of them shouldn't be on the pitch, maybe Rashford, maybe Greenwood alongside Ronaldo or Cavani if you're going to change things as well. So, I was thinking, well, if this goes wrong, here we go again, right? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer maybe not making the right decision before the game, sometimes during the game, and sometimes after the game. But, the bottom line is he delivered. I think you ought to be happy for him. It was a win that proved most of us people wrong, right, in terms of how he did it. I was talking about Cavani and Ronaldo, okay. Both scoring great goals, Cristiano Ronaldo delivering a great assist. I think everything that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did ahead of the game, regardless of what we thought, was absolutely perfect, and he needed it.
So do you see more of Cristiano and Cavani starting going forwards?
Somebody mentioned, I think when I was listening, they're 70 years old together. So I don't know how often.
Combined age of 70, yeah.
Yeah, but they've proved that they can. And why would you doubt him? Look, the truth of the matter is, love him or hate him, the comparisons between Cristiano and Leo Messi. At times we almost want to write Cristiano Ronaldo off, don't we? That's what we do to GOATs, because they're almost too good and you look at for a hole in the wall. What he did today was incredible again. The timing of it, the technique on that volley. How difficult is that? The ball from Bruno Fernandes, who, by the way, benefited from that system because he had more coverage in behind and he could have roamed. It was tremendous. And Cavani is another one of those players that he'll deliver. But are you going to ask those two players to do it all the time? Of course not, right? And I hope that, I think you and I have talked about this before, because I just had the feeling that, Cavani must have felt like, what am I now, third or fourth in the pecking order? And I was hoping that Mason Greenwood wasn't going to pay the price for it. But in fact, last week here, I think I said, well, you watch who's going to be on the bench first, because he's probably youngest, not necessarily because he's not good enough. And Mason Greenwood did pay the price for that, but it was all justified. Look, all kinds of credit to Manchester United because the pressure they were under was unbelievable, really. They lose this game or even draw, and you could easily say, the title is gone.
So let's just stick with United before we do move on to talk about Tottenham. United have a big week ahead of them. They've got to face Atalanta in the Champions League in Bergamo. We know that's not an easy task. And then they're back at Old Trafford in the Manchester derby. And this is going to be a City side that will want to respond to what happened to them today in the Premier League. So this week ahead, and I know we keep saying this, but it is a crucial week ahead for United, surely, especially the manager.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm not. Look, I'm not getting excited. I appreciated what Ole has done. I appreciate the response he got from his players. I appreciate that the board is desperate to keep him in his job. I just don't think that long term he's going to be the one delivering the biggest trophies. And this is Manchester United. Manchester United cannot be going from losing 5-0 to Liverpool at home to beating now Spurs away 3-0. And, being this sort of a yo-yo, not club, but yo-yo performances, right? Because we all know that against those two teams, we knew looking ahead of the schedule that this was very, very difficult. It doesn't end there. and they're either, right? Because I think Chelsea's coming up pretty soon as well. So this was always going to be difficult if it's Ole or if it's Conte or if it's anybody else. That's the schedule you get. So I'm going to wait and see because I'm not convinced. I've seen this Spurs team, and I think, Spurs and and their manager are under the same amount of pressure as Ole and Manchester United were.
Yeah, Nuno Espirito Santo, as you say, talk about pressure. It's not going too well for Spurs right now, is it? Especially after today.
No. Again, I mean, again, jokingly, now we're going to be talking about Antonio Conte, the Spurs, I suppose. You feel for him because, just a couple of weeks ago, they were fourth or fifth. This is a sort of team that hasn't performed. I think we know what happened ahead of the season with Harry Kane. We continue to see that. I think, to me, the body language is not right. I know, okay, you guys like to use the word jaded. Now, maybe, I don't know if that's the right one or not, but obviously he's not performing. Just one goal in the Premier League. Yes, he's been a slow starter, but I think in the past he had a team that was at their peak, and this is no longer that team. I think it's very difficult for Harry Kane and Son, for the most part, to make this happen. And I think it was the most incredible mistake from Daniel Levy not to sell him, because, 120 million pounds for a 29-year-old Harry Kane on a team that's in a rebuild and not at their top, and not to take that job. It's absolutely insane from a man that everybody says is a great businessman. So, he continues to be, but my goodness, I mean, he's lost a lot of money on this deal and this decision.
Yeah, tough day for Spurs, a better day for Manchester United, but will it be the kickstart they need for what is going to be a tricky week ahead?
Good start.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.